ways that it may be either reduced significantly or written off, so that if your family are liable for it, it may not be as much, or maybe they may not have to pay it at all. You know, it just depends on what it is, sort of thing. So people take heart in that sense, I suppose, if you like. But honestly,
well, let me tell you something. The people who aren't thinking about tomorrow and who are going to buy $15 million worth of Christmas gifts, and I hate to say it this way, but they damn sure ain't going to be worrying about what happens when they're dead and what their family has to go through with their debt. And I hate to say it like that, but if you don't respect your life in when you're living, and that's basically what I'm getting to. If I don't respect my life while I'm living, why would you think I would respect it? I'm gone. I'm out of here. This is over with.
It's a wrap, people. Yeah, but you ain't supposed to think like that. You're supposed to try and think responsibly.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. We're talking about responsible attitudes, and we're talking about what people should do responsibly. But I go back to it again and again and again and again. Just like I say, follow the money. Follow the money when it comes to illogical thoughts, because people don't think logically.
Yeah, but it's for the love of money. As that song we played. For the love of money. Listen, right, link 10. All I'm going to say is it's payday loans. It's a game you'll never win, people. It's a payday loan trap. And even the article says one of the worst financial decisions you can make is to take out a payday loan. And what did we say earlier? In fact, the only thing worse than one payday loan is two or multiple.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In her case, 8. Where's she going with 8? This woman, look at, and when you see her in the article, people, in case you missed that at Ask Avani Show, she didn't really look too worried in them pictures. She was sitting there smiling with her children surrounded by Christmas presents. So she was only thinking about the moment. Mm-hmm. She didn't really look too worried about the rest of it.
Well, the kids were happy.
Yeah, the kids were happy, but listen, right, Mama's going to start having sleepless nights when she can't pay that back now.
Please, she's not going to have sleepless. She doesn't even care.
Yeah, but see, and this article has even reiterated what we were saying, right? That, according to charitable trusts and things, this is what is apparently that was happening at one point in America. 12 million Americans were taking out payday loans each year. And they said of those who borrowed, they averaged 8 loans of around $375 each and paid $520 in interest. But the crazy thing was they took the loans out to cover living expenses, as we said, utilities, credit card bills, housing, food, etc., etc. I'm paraphrasing, but people, you can read these articles for yourself. We are posting. You know what to do at Ask Avani Show on Twitter. Tell us what you think now. Because I'm looking at that and I'm just like, this is what they're doing to survive, okay? This is survival now. I never told you I'm trying to get to wherever it is, Bora Bora or somewhere like that. No. This is to pay for food and bills and keeping a roof over your head. Over here, that's what it is now. Because every 5 minutes, somebody wants to be trying to repossess somebody or evict somebody. Okay, yeah, we know that the rent, again, that's another topic. See, we always have so many topics that come out of discussions, isn't it? Rent, prices, and so on and so on. We could be here all day about that. That's another bee in my bonnet. But anyway, I digress. Let me just get back to today's show topic, the payday loan trap. People, if you can avoid it, please do. That's all I'm going to say. Because, okay, link 11. Okay, Rose. Oh. This one asks, will using payday loans really ruin your chances of getting a mortgage? Now, that's something I hadn't even thought about till I started doing the research for the show. Because you just don't think about that, do you?
Well, most people, they're not thinking at all most of the time when they're doing this, so we have to take thinking out of it. But is this something where do they have the credit bureaus in the UK like they do here?
Oh, yeah, because that's a credit rating, isn't it? How they assess if they think you're going to be able to pay back a mortgage if they gave you the money to take on that type of a debt. Because that's a big debt, isn't it?
Right. And so do they put that information on a credit report if you don't pay it, it goes on there, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Because that's the thing. That's what a lot of people may not know what their credit rating is. And obviously, the only time you're really going to want to know that type of thing is when you want to do a big ticket purchase like buying a house or buying a car, something like that. That's when you start thinking, okay, can I even get the loan to be able to do this? Obviously, you may know that you have the job, but obviously you don't have because over here, a lot of the times they used to say to you had to have a certain amount of money put down towards a mortgage before they would even give you a mortgage.
Exactly.
But these days, well, obviously before the crash, it was a two-pronged attack. They said you could either do it that way, have a lot of money and put it down, and then obviously get the remainder out as a mortgage, or 100% mortgage, where they gave you the whole money up front, and then obviously you were supposed to be able to pay that off for the next 25, 30 years because you supposedly had a good job. That was back in the day when people had jobs for life, or they had jobs for the next 30, 40 years. No. That don't happen no more. And obviously since the recession, that definitely don't happen no more.
Oh, no.
So they had to lock that off, innit?
Well, but that's based on, I mean, to me, the 100% mortgages were based on also credit rating. If you had a almost spotless record, they'd say, well, you don't have to really pay anything down. Just, find the house and we know you're going to pay us, so great.
Yeah, that was it. But now those options, because that's what they were, options, are not available so much anymore. You're really struggling, and that's why a lot of, young people either can't leave home, or if they have left home, they're getting to the point where they're so desperate and struggling, they have to go back home and live with their parents because they're in so much hock. And it's like the job that they've got just will barely cover them doing anything, so they're struggling. And they're like, oh my God, how am I going to pay all these bills?
And they make a payday loan.
Or they just say, listen, let me just go home, as in Link 29, Karen. The financial implications of young and old returning home. Because listen, whether you're 40 and you've got to go back and live with your mum, or whether you're 25 and you've got to stay with your mum and father, this is no joke right now. People can't get a foot on the ladder, because either their wages aren't enough, or the prices. It's actually both. Actually, the wages are bad, and the price of buying a house is so expensive. Not just in London, just in general now,
right?
Sort of thing. So you unless listen, the bank of mum and dad. If you know you cannot rely on the bank of mum and dad, okay, you best either pray to win the lottery, or you may find yourself at home for a very long time.
Well, in the bank of mom and dad, because the steel mills are closing and people are losing jobs, the bank of mom and dad doesn't even work well anymore.
This is the thing. Oh my God, some people are really suffering. And okay, forget even if you cannot rely on the bank of mum and dad, if you were able to get out into the world, there's still no guarantee that you will stay out in the world, as is, if you see what I mean. In the case of this Link, okay, Rose, I couldn't believe it. Link 31, I think it was. Basically, oh my God. There was a Link 31 is a man who killed himself because he had over £20,000 worth of payday loan debts. But this man, right? See, this is what I mean about these payday loans. This guy started out only owing hundreds. I mean, obviously he owed money, but it was only hundreds. How did he get from only owing hundreds into owing over 20,000? And that is what prompted him to kill himself, because he knew he wouldn't be able to pay it back. Can you imagine?
Well, but you get yourself to that thought process, and whatever thought process brought him through the payday loan doorway first. Then it's I think they extend them or something, where they say, well, you don't have to pay all of it back, but you need to pay a portion of it back. And you're endlessly paying portions back. And he's not telling anybody, and he is trying to keep it hidden from his family and friends. And so, I mean, and like I said, I can relate to some of the pressures that we're talking about here, but you have to come to a decision that, okay, this must stop. And I got to start thinking better. And you may take a hit, and you may file bankruptcy, which thank goodness I've never had to do. But you got to make a decision to start going in the right direction.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, though, it was bad enough that he got himself into all this stress and trouble and money owing, right? He killed himself. But, this is what I mean about these people. They are crazy. After he died, these people were still sending him texts. They sent him over 1,000 texts.
To his phone.
Yeah, to his phone, trying to get this money off him. The man has died. He has actually killed himself because of the stress. And they're still trying to get the money. And they even tried to threaten his daughter for it as well.
And you can't do that. I mean, really, it's like you said. We sent a link out earlier. You can't. There's some debt you can't recover when a person is dead. Period.
That's it. Hello. They're gone. Deal with it. You're just gonna have to take that loss. Jeez, I mean, some people are just so insensitive, and it's bad. I mean, it's bad enough that if someone had died, like obviously if they died of natural causes, that would be bad enough, right? But this guy actually killed himself because he was that stressed. Can you believe? Oh my goodness! I mean, debt problems are rising. We know this. Charities are even sort of saying this, and this is Link 30. A money advice charity has even said that debt problems are rising. This is happening, people. I mean, okay. In all, joking aside, payday loan and their craziness, we know what they're on, okay? But the problems are rising, so we know that it's not going to get better. The more and more people may be tempted to go down that route just because they're desperate. Because whether you're working or not, you're still trying to, get the money.
Well, you're trying to survive, and that's what we're talking about. And those people who are trying to survive and they feel that this is an option for them and they do something just the one time or two times because they really didn't have it and they know that they're not going to get just in the quicksand of payday loans. I mean, people have reasons for doing things they do. So that part to me, that's part of life. It's like raising children. Everybody doesn't do it the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to have an understanding for reaching out and talking to people that may know more than you do, and you may have to change your friends and not talk to some of your friends about this because they're doing the same thing, or they recommended the payday loan place to you.
Oh my God. Do you know what? I used to have friends that used to say to me, if you're in debt, why don't you try this particular company that will help you to, they sort of help you to sort of consolidate your debt. And I'm thinking, hold on a second. If you know they're supposed to be so good, how come you ain't tried it?
Because
they recommend it. No, because I asked her and she said, no, I just saw it and I thought you should try it.
Oh.
And I thought, well, no, if you don't know it's good, don't recommend me nothing. This thing about some people, they want you to try it first so that you can go back and tell them, because they know that if you do it and it's a success for you, then you can come back and tell them, okay, yeah, that worked. But I would do that anyway. I wouldn't recommend something to you that I haven't tried. That's not a good recommendation. I don't know if that's any good.
Well, but you live in you live in Avani universe.
Yeah, and I must say this, I ain't recommending no payday loan to nobody. Let me just put that out there, people. Okay. And I haven't even tried them, but from what I've seen, I don't like what I'm seeing, so I definitely ain't recommending nothing like that to nobody. If I'm going to say to you, waste your money, I probably would more likely to tell you to go and do the lottery or try. If you want to try and mess about and take your chance, pays your money, takes your choice kind of thing. Link 33 Carol, I put this in because obviously people are always going to try and do the lottery and try and make their money, right? Win money so that you never have to worry about it again. Okay, let me just tell you something. It's getting to the point over here where people are getting disenfranchised with even doing the lottery because they've changed it, right? And the jackpot is 3 times less likely to be won. So people don't even bother with that no more then. Because first of all, they changed the price and they put it up from £1 to £2. This is the main lottery. Obviously, there's different types of lottery and scratch cards and all sorts of stuff. But the main lottery that everybody started to get really into because it was on TV and they did the draw live on TV every week and all that, they changed that. And now that's £2 a go. So, because if you see people spending 20, 50 plus pounds a week, they got a problem in it. I don't even do £1 a week, so years ago, I used to maybe do it every couple of weeks. Now I don't even bother. Right? So, it's time to just don't bother with that. But people, sometimes you have to ask yourself, it's just, why? If you're going to do anything, okay, try that then. Try that. At least you might have a better chance. But still, don't do the lottery the way that you
At
have
least it's fun. I mean, when you do the lottery, to me, I don't do it for I mean, the lottery is a moment of my little gang mentality thing.